Yo, welcome to TeamViza TV interview series Season 2. I am your host, Ep22. I want to take this time to thank all my sponsors for making this project possible. Big respects to Amiri Clothing, Lala Closet, the Royal Family Vision of Companies, Innocent Entertainment, Hakim Graphic Designs, and Shimalicious Pizza. Special guest in the building. Now this gentleman come all the way from Kunupia to be exact, right? He is the winner of the Groovy Soca Monarch 2020. Let's welcome to TeamViza TV. No other than the guy to call College Boy Jesse. College Boy Jesse, before we jump straight into it, what's the mood like right now, brother?
I feel
happy.
Salt is love, salt is love.
Salt. What this whole COVID today, my brother?
I mean, I used to it now. I mean, the past couple of months, it was a period of adapting to, so much changes. And now we just finding a way to do what we have to do and enjoy life. And that is the message.
Enjoy life.
Yeah.
Alright. College Boy Jesse, I would like you to tell TeamViza TV a little about yourself.
College Boy Jesse, raised in Kunapia, you know what I mean? Started off in Calypso, very young in primary school, and throughout the years, I've been involved in not just music but also sports. So I've been involved in sports and music my entire life up until probably 9 years ago. I stopped the sports professionally, and I know they focus on music.
Football or basketball?
Football, yeah.
I have a question I want to ask you on the interview. I feel like your favorite sport? Football?
Yeah.
Right.
So I played football, for secondary school, University of Trinidad and Tobago, and I also represented Trinidad and Tobago on the national senior team. So that is my little history with sports, yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so even during that time, I've been releasing music.
Right.
So my life has been, about just balance, trying to balance, music, sports, and also education. So, I've been, as I say, tertiary education, University of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
And then I furthered also my master's degree in marketing. So it's been a lot, a long journey to this place where I am right now, being your winning international Groovy Soca Monarch and releasing some cool stuff.
I want to talk about the name College Boy Jesse.
Yeah.
How does the name come out? How do you have to categorize this name? College Boy Jesse?
That's the biggest question I always get. And as I said just now, I represented Trinidad in football.
Okay. I
was the only student on the team at that time. I was in UTT, and all the players, of course, are professionals. So they call me College Boy.
Oh.
And then, I've been releasing music even during that time, so I decided to keep the name, to my music releases. So I just say, College Boy Jesse.
College Boy.
That was it.
Run with it.
Yeah, that was it.
And beside music, you any business beside music?
Yeah, I came from a resourceful family, and we into dabbling in different businesses, having products in supermarket channel, and also I'm involved in music business now, where I partner with my brother, and we have like a soca label to say, where we not just produce music and write music, but we also now managing artists and managing projects and doing videography and all that type of work. So that is another business side of me now, along with the music thing.
So basically then you have a record label?
Exactly.
What's the name of this record label?
Zig Boy Music.
Zig Boy Music.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that name.
Yeah.
And life for College Boy, outside of music, a regular day, take a fresh, touch you.
Once I'm not involved in music or work, I play in FIFA.
Yeah, like me, like
yeah.
FIFA.
So FIFA is that's why I look forward to when I have time to play game. And that's College Boy Jesse. And then my brother and I we like to rollerblade too. So we try to find time to do some rollerblading too.
Alright, cool. And let's talk about your breakthrough song as an artist.
Yeah.
But I know you're doing music a while now.
Yeah.
Right? What is your breakthrough song?
I would say Bartender, you know, a lot of people forget about that song I did, you know, Bartender, in 2012, you know, myself, Yankee Boy and Macamillion, and that song allowed me to tour, you know, the world, you know, I traveled to the US on numerous occasions in different carnivals, Miami Carnival, Atlanta Carnival, I even reached as far as Holland, you know, as a touring artist, yeah, headlining in events in London and Holland, and so I would say Bartender would be that breakout song for me. That, you know, provided, you know, great opportunities before the title. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think the government is doing something that could really assist artists nowadays? Or you think they should do more?
Definitely there is more to be done. I mean, at the end of the day, the carnival industry brings in the second most revenue to our country after the oil.
Right.
So with that being said, I believe that arts and culture should be priority now. You know what I mean? If the oil run out, what do we depend on? If you look at industries and you look at countries like Jamaica and Barbados, they depend on their human resource, you know, the people, because that is where the funds come from. And Trinidad and Tobago, we need to get out of the habit of feeling that, you know, this whole oil-rich kind of vibes, and invest in the people, invest in the culture, invest in sports, and invest in different things. So I am not pleased, and I do think that enough is being done. Yeah, I mean, for the COVID, you know, they tried to assist the creatives. They provided a grant for us. But is there any program in place to you know, to keep the engine flowing and to keep things going for the entertainment industry? It's not about this hands-out thing, but I still feel like as a nation we are blessed to be creating calypso, chutney, soca. We have our own genre. Our music it has smaller islands that depend on our music for them to survive through their tourism. And I feel for a nation that created something so special, we're not doing enough to hold on to it and invest in it. You know what I mean? And that's just my take. Yeah.
So if I get the opportunity, after we just said, to look into the camera, to speak to the relevant authorities, what message will you send?
Pay attention. Pay attention to the people, pay attention to various industries, pay attention and listen to what we're really trying to say. And what I am saying is that the human resource, which is, you know, Trinidad and Tobago's people, is the most important resource, and it's important to invest in that apart from investing in the material things, like, you know what I mean, investing in people, because we are the ones that create all the ideas to make things happen. And yeah, so the authorities
all I hear from the guy himself. One of the big question I want to ask you. College Boy Jesse write his own music?
Definitely. Yeah. College Boy Jesse writes all his music, excepting Warriorless. Warriorless that I did this year was a song that was given to me. And but other than that, I write all my music, and I also write for artists throughout the region. Yeah.
Throughout the region?
Throughout the region, artists that you guys are familiar with. So many artists.
We should share some of TeamViza TV.
The likes of Marshall Montano, Skinny Fabulous, Teddyson John, Lyrical, Aaron Duncan, Terry Lyons, Ricky Jai, Raymond Ramnarine. Who I forget spine? I mean, 5-Star Akil. I write for everybody, as I say.
I feel there's an interview going on.
That's right.
I feel an interview going on. I feel me writing one to know one time too.
Alison Hines, yeah. So I write for a lot. Yeah, I write for a lot of artists throughout the region. I've been doing it for years too.
Okay. Besides Trinidad, some of the places College Boy Jesse perform.
Yeah, as I said before, you know, Barbados, the United States on numerous occasions. London on numerous occasions. Holland was a highlight for me. Where else have you been performing? I guess that's it. Yeah.
Kind of old boss kind of thing. Alright. Jesse, it must have this time where you realize music stand out here. Besides the sports, I say it wasn't, right? It must have this moment. You can remember this moment when you realize, you know, I want to do music.
Yeah, stage is my happy place. So, you know, I was between a road once in life where I'm trying to decide on sports or music. And I got an injury, and that was it for me. I had to put the effort where it really makes sense, which was the music, and that wasn't really a tough decision because stage really and truly is my happy place. Yes, I used to enjoy playing football also, but like there's a difference. The adrenaline is different when I'm on stage and performing to people. So that was the period right there where, I mean it's something that I started loving very young, when I was 7 years, and it never left. The feeling, it grew, and the passion for just doing music and performing.
Okay. And as I mentioned, stage is your happy place.
Yeah.
Can you remember when was your first time ever performing in front of a big crowd? What that moment was like for Jesse?
The first time when?
I hear most artists say there's getting butterfly feel.
Nah. Stage is my happy place, boy, so it had no butterflies there. Once he mic in my hand, I excited.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really remember the first time, because the first time I performed was in primary school. I was 7 years. Calypso competition, I placed 5th.
Okay.
The next year, my parents saw the little potential and they started writing the songs for me. And then I won, and then I never lost after that. so that was it. So the first time, where was it? Probably the first big stage that I experienced was Atlanta Carnival. After the parade of the bands and that type of thing, everybody goes into the park. And it probably had about 30,000 people. How much? Yeah, it had a lot of people in that park. And I think that was my first time seeing, like, I couldn't see the end of people in the park. And exciting times, the more people the better for me. So it's real dance.
You never experienced that butterfly feeling like
no.
But as we say counter 1, 2, 3 ahead or something. So.
I don't know if most artists experience this, but when there's more people, it's easier. When there's less people, if you're in a space with 5 or 10 people, it's more intimate, and to me it's harder to perform to less people than when there's more people. That's just my experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your mission in terms of your music?
My music, I want to create a staple in our industry, a song. I want my music to be easily identified, like with my message and what I stand for. And I also want to create a platform for younger artists so that we could keep what I love, keep it alive. So that is what I really want out of my music. I want to create a solid song that people could, or if they wish, to pattern from. I want to also create new forms of entertainment around our art form. I wanna challenge myself to create new, do things that has never been done in soca, and that is my objective.
Okay. Let's step away from the soca a little bit, right? You talk about this movement here that happen to have right now, which is the truly bad movement.
Yeah.
What's your take on that as a soca artist?
It's a platform for young talent. It's a platform for youth who like music, and the message that they would portray is the message of their environment. And I support that they're using music as an outlet. I may not support too much on what the content is, but I support that there's an outlet for young talent. I feel like the soca industry has been so tough for many to break into. So this is where now a lot of youths feeling that freedom to try the Trinidad, and there's opportunity there where they are being heard. And that is just my take. And in my position now as a soca artist, it's been hard for me to break through. And I wish that it wasn't so hard for others, especially the younger ones. This is a topic that a lot of people shy away from mentioning. The average age in soca is old, I would say, whereas the Trinidad is the younger generation, from the 18 to the 25 or 18 to the 23 is young. And if you look at genres of music across the world, that is the age bracket where a lot of stars come from, that age bracket. But in our art form now, it's soca, that is, you're getting in older, and I do support that too much. So I wish, I don't want to say I wish, I am on a mission to somewhat support younger talent and make them and encourage them to be a part of what I am involved in. Because you know the Trinidad providing that and it's something that I wish that we could do forward for too.
Okay. Let's give an opportunity to work with a Trinidad artist.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think I will be singing Trinidad, but I will be singing Soca, and they could do a thing on the Soca too.
It's
So,
like how well you have to be and
yeah. One of my favorite songs for the season, but
Jelano.
yeah. Very creative. I like the mix of the vibes, man.
Let me go into the radio station aspect.
Yeah.
How does Jesse go about getting his music now onto the radio station? But the reason why I ask this question is because I've been hearing a lot of tales, people saying you just go, you hand them, you have a box to display music in, they face trash, you put it in the bin. You know, so how is your experience?
Oh, I know about it. I mean, alright, from 2009 was the first time I started releasing music professionally with the Millionaire Family, you know, the 747 rhythm and the bedspread rhythm the following year. And during those times, the procedure would be you release your music online and then you do an email blast. So you do an email blast that would hit many emails with DJs and people in the industry, radio stations also. And so it's been a journey of ensuring that all the DJs have the music, trying to get on interviews like this so that people could be familiar, trying to promote the music. And so that's how it's been for me for years, and it's been a situation of going to interviews, hearing them playing the song, and when you leave, that is the day. I mean, many years, you know, as a young artist, that is the struggles that you deal with. You go and they play it in the interview, they hype it up, and then you never hear it again. And then they encourage you to get people now to message, you know, or request your song to be played. And you know, we try that avenue also. And but what I have managed to do for years to where I wasn't getting enough airplay, my strategy would be to go to events to sell my music. So I would go to live events, I would go to fets, I would go to different events and bars and all over the place and perform so people could be familiar with the music and be familiar with me.
For free or for a price?
Yeah, many times it was free. And you know, few times, you know, people appreciated, you know, the effort and they would pay. And but that was the situation. So for years I've done that, you know, going out, trying to get the music out. A lot of times I go and I perform the song, and because it was entertaining enough, this is where, you know, the people in the event and even DJs who were on the cast of the event would be like, hey, I never hear that song, but it's a vibe now, no? And they actually say, alright, let me try and get a little play because, you know, so it's our, we had to go out there and sell our music, you know. I can't look at the situation of they ain't playing it and you always had to find a way now, find a creative way to get yourself out there, and that is the work that I've been putting in, you know, throughout the years until, you know, last year, you know, we were successful there, and then the work continues. You know, the work continues where we try to create quality music and always keep it at a specific level. And music videos, of course, will contribute to people being familiar and even the DJs being familiar so they could play it on the radio.
I love music videos.
I have to. That is just part of the step that I'm trying to take to represent our art form the best way it can be represented. I look at Afrobeats, I look at hip hop and R&B and all these other genres across the world, and how they package their product is like that. You can't release a song without a video. So, you know, so I just try to ensure that Soca could be represented on those levels.
And let's speak about management. Are you under management?
Yes, I am. And yeah, the same team as I mentioned earlier, Zig Boy Music, you know, we manage artists also, and they've been responsible for my foundation up until now. We have a nice team, you know. We also work with Mr. Killer, you know, we work with Terry Lyons, we work with myself, and we have some other young artists that we're working with now too. So, you know, big up Spine, big up Curlin, big up Kira, big up, we have a nice team. Yeah.
Because we hold on to the team. Constructing a song, like for instance, the Happy song. How long did it take for you to construct this song? or songs in general?
Once the music is right, the song could be created in 10-15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once the music is right. What happens with me, I build the melodies first. You know, I would listen to the music and then I would just hum melodies, pull out my phone and record those melodies.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens too, I have a note list on my phone also with different song concepts. So I could be in a conversation with you and something stand out to me and I say, hey, that could be a concept for a song.
Right.
I write it up. So I would go back to my list now after the melodies I build and say, hey, this concept could probably fit with these melodies, and then I construct all the lyrics around that. So yeah, so that process could be done in 10 to 15 minutes, a complete song.
A complete song?
Yeah.
That pays a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, do you consider yourself being relevant in the music industry? So my answer for that will be yes, so go on side for you because you're relevant in the music industry.
I'm grateful for that, man.
You know what I mean? Best advice ever given to college boy Jesse?
Put God first, boy. I consider myself blessed coming down here, you know, doing these interviews, and I would say that from that day that I decided to take that advice is when things turned around for me. You know, everything started to fall in place. The right people that started to work with, the right song came, everything just fell in place for me. And I consider that, you know, I'm blessed. And so yeah, so I would tell anybody that take that advice.
And you're in the right house.
Yeah.
Worst advice ever given to college boy Jesse? That stick with you today, you'll never forget this
advice.
Yeah.
Focus on songwriting because that singing thing ain't gonna work.
You know what
Yeah. Somebody told me that. I mean, there was a period in my career where, you know, my management team had big responsibilities. So I had to fill the gap with persons to take care of my business. And I had meetings with different people that I thought, you know, would be the right fit. And that is what one of the persons told me. They were like, the songwriting thing, because you know that, but the artist thing, I know that go. Yeah, and from that day I realized, nah, me and you can't make it at all. So, because yeah, the ambitions wasn't the same. My ambition was to be a great artist. And if you feel the songwriting alone is what I should focus on, okay, you hold that in your corner there, you gotta do what I have to do. So it was the worst advice, because then, you know, the world would know college boy Jesse is today if I take on that advice, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And if you happen to be listening.
No, but we're still grateful for everybody that, you know, played the part. Because those little experiences, it gave me strength and confidence in myself to keep going too. So and that's the next thing, like Bungie Gallon, when he talk about the meaning of his name is, you know, like a bungee cord now.
Bungee cord,
when
yeah.
you pull it back, is the more you're going forward.
Yeah.
So the more they try to pull me back, is the more I try to go
forward.
forward.
2020. Did the tables turn for Jesse?
Yeah.
2020. Let's talk about the Soca more 2020 Groovy. When you realized that you made it to the final, your mood at that moment was?
Well, I mean, we treat every stage like our finals. So the semi-finals, we went all out, and it has always been about presenting myself the best way I can. So when I heard the news, I made it to the finals, I wasn't surprised, because even when we came off the stage, everybody was like, damn man, think like if it's the finals, what you gonna do for the finals now? Because you give me everything in the semi-finals. You know, so even when we came off the stage, I was confident enough to know that we would make it to the finals. But what I didn't know is, like, when they announced we got the most points in the semi-finals also. So that is what was like, okay, well, you know, we're on track. So moving forward to the finals, of course, you know, we just have to present harder than what we did in the semi-finals. So it has always been me competing against myself, trying to do better than my last stage. So my team and I motivated and even more driven to try and beat what we did before and present ourselves, in a good way.
Did you ever felt threatened by any other artists?
We never threaten because it's never a competition with other artists. I don't look at it like that.
Right.
It's a competition against myself. And I don't want people to interpret it as no kind of cocky thing. It's just that I could only be a better me. I can't be you, I can't be nobody else. I could only be a better me. So it has always been me being better than what I did the last stage.
Well, as you mentioned, the stage is a happy place. So I can't ask you how your mood was like when you're performing on stage.
Yeah.
One thing stand out to me while performing. I realize you have a kind of older stage performance. The
Moves for you moves.
the
Yeah, it's a few of us in Soca, I would say, that have that kind of vibe. And yeah, that's just me. I just had to express my happiness that way. And Ola is very skillful at it too. Even Mr. Killer, Rel moves too. So yeah, a few of us.
Yeah, Rel energy and Mr. Killer.
Yeah, man.
And when College Boy Jesse heard that, Groovy Soca Mona was won by you.
Yeah.
Your mood at that moment, hearing the results.
Relieved, boy. relieved because it cost me $150,000 to put on that presentation.
Wow.
Right? And it cost me everything in the semi-finals to put on that present. So by the time we reach in the finals is where do we find this money to present? And we asked everybody for sponsorship. So even the Gyro Man on the Avenue sponsored my performance. So it was a feeling of relief because so much was invested behind my dream, and I know that everybody that supported it felt the same way. They felt proud. They felt like the money didn't go to waste. They felt like so that was the first thing to me. I was like relief, so that at least we wouldn't be eating cricks.
So you poured 100 and...
Yeah, I poured 150 on my performance.
And how much return?
Yeah, well, it was $500,000 return. So it was a great investment into my future.
And you see, this is... this is no comment. Son, poured 150, half of M came back. Right. While performing happy song on stage, anyway, in just your mind, watching the crowd performance, interacting with you, you tell yourself, yes, Zig, we win this.
Yeah, I mean, as people would hear when I say hello, and I tell the band no, and I say I'm gonna leave the stage a winner.
Yeah.
And I felt it from the time I entered the stage. I felt like a winner because being on the Soca Monarch final stage has been a dream of mine. When I was younger, coming up in the business now, I had the mentality of, nah, I really don't like this competition thing. I ain't going to no competition thing. But when I got to that stage, we wanted people to be more familiar with who I am,
Right.
and that was the stage to do so. And then when we got on the stage on the finals now, I felt like I win already. Win, loss or draw, I would leave that stage feeling a winner because I know I'm going to come out here, bring a great performance, and I'm going to enjoy myself for that 6 minutes on the stage. So at that point in time, based on our preparation, we had 5 days of rehearsals with Cavallo Productions. Cavallo Productions is the production team responsible for winning Soca Monarch with Marshall, the win with Bungie Gallin, when Marshall fly out the stadium, all these kind of things. So it's an experienced team when it comes to creating a great performance. And so I work with them, and after rehearsals, we knew this is a winning performance.
Right.
So entering that stage, I already felt like, yeah, this is it, yeah.
It's a rumor, but I don't know that rumor if it's a fact that when someone wins the Soca Monarch, something put it into the royalties for the Soca Monarch, that they give back with percent.
Yeah,
and
that was before. That was a couple of years ago with the director then. I think it was Mr. Monroe, William Monroe, where you have to give back 5%. But in the past, I don't know if it's 4 or 5 years, the contract has changed, where that is not the same. And also what changing the rules is the fact that you don't have to defend your title.
Okay.
What you have to do though is just inform the organizers that, you know, I'm not going to be a part of the show, and, you know, and all is well, and that's it.
Did you defend your title?
I didn't.
Why, man?
Because, as I said, you know, the objective was to be on the stage last year. Our objective was for the general public to know who I am. And we choose to enter the competition because, you know, we felt like people weren't familiar with who College Boy just is. So we did that. So after I accomplished that, it's like we want to new objectives, you know, and going back and defending is not a part of the objective.
Come like a small fry thing though.
No, it's not a ranking thing. It's just that I've been on a program, and it's a program of development, and we use the Soca Monarch stage as not just a platform to build awareness, but experience to present and put on your own show. So it allows you to present one song in 6 minutes, but you could actually produce a presentation for it. Now what you do with that experience, you could use that experience to put on your own show. And so it's development again in becoming an artist. And that is what we use it for. So now we're on to the next stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
If given an opportunity to do it all over again, would you do it over again?
Definitely not. I mean, I think this is something that we all should learn. We try to make plans, you know, we make our own plans in life. By the end of the day, the father have a different plan, you know. Like my plan after winning the Monarch could have been to tour the world, you know, the bookings came in. But COVID came now, so the father had a different plan. So I definitely want to change something.
I got here from that. When you receive this money, what the first thing you do when you see right?
I'll pay my team, boy.
Yeah, it's obvious.
First thing first, I pay bills, boy. First thing first, pay my bills.
A lot of people just mention if they receive this lump sum of money, they go and feed the home and feed the homeless.
Yeah.
It's something you did in the first.
Well, I mean, it so happened that COVID happened, and you know, it definitely had to give back because there were so many people that gave to me for me to achieve my dream as an artist. So why would I not use this opportunity to be a blessing to others? You know what I mean? Because people were blessings to me. So, you know, COVID came and we did that. You know, we supported people in need during that time.
College Boy Jesse, are you a celebrity?
I don't really like to. I mean, I am a public figure. You know, I'm in history books now in Trinidad. So I would say so, yes, but yeah. Yeah.
If I ask you 2 questions, right? And I'm correct, you're the right man check out.
Just so.
Yeah, just so. And I'm correct, you're right man check out, yeah, just so.
Well, let me try that.
Alright. Club football, you love football.
Yeah, man.
What is your best club in the Premier League?
EPL?
Yeah.
English, Manchester United.
Pull that people. Read with that.
Nah, man. You do that. You do your research, right? So if I say Chelsea,
Yes, Chelsea.
oh, yeah, man, yeah.
Aye,
Good guess.
Manchester.
Yeah.
I tell you the punch now. Who is your best player in the English Premiership League?
Right now, I like Rashford, you know.
Rashford.
Yeah, I like Rashford. For as a player and also as a personality. So yeah.
I lost that one. I lost that one. I don't want to hear it. I lost that one. Yeah. Your style now, your whole image now, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's a big one. One of my favorites. One of my favorites.
But I say Manchester United, I say, yeah, catch him, man.
Yeah, man. Big up Pogba. Yeah.
I see, yeah, you come with the Pogba. Yeah. Well, Jesse, it's a pleasure having you on TeamViza. TV, no, before I go, my real thing like for you, you know. I rushing you off this set, boy. Just right, nice, look at here. I'm going to mention some of your songs. And the first word that comes to Jesse mind when they hear the name of your song. So if it's like butter water, liquid, you know? Right. Catching up.
Oh, wife.
Wife.
Yeah.
Oh, you have family, man?
Yeah.
Happy song.
Monarch.
Monarch.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Reality.
Good energy.
What comes to mind?
Exhale.
Nah, what is that place you went Spain? Real far boy to shoot this video.
Turn left.
Ikakas.
Ikakas.
Yeah, Ikakas. Yeah.
Temptation.
Avion.
Avion.
She was the video vixen for the Temptation music video.
Oh. Right. Wifey material.
Avion. same video vixen.
We don't put no problems. Worry less.
Tobago.
Don't tell me Avion, eh? Fling.
Fling. Las Cuevas.
Las Cuevas.
Yeah.
Right. Alright, I'm going with this one here. To call this one the duck one. If you want to answer, you don't have to answer.
Yeah.
If your last ex came out of a 3-year relationship, what would be the first message you will send her to test the waters?
To test the waters?
You know,
If she came out of a 3-year relationship.
Your last ex now came out from a 3-year relationship.
What's the first one I will tell her? What's the question? What I will tell
What
her?
will be the first text you will send her to test the waters?
First text?
Yeah.
I don't know if I will text she that. I don't know if I text she that. I texted she at Yeah.
What's the worst excuse you ever came up with to save yourself a relationship?
Excuse what? I really can't remember my excuse and I probably say I was talking in my sleep. I was talking in my sleep though, so I know if I'm in trouble. Yeah.
Last and final question. What's the worst zodiac sign you ever deal with?
Leo boy. Probably Leo boy. Yeah.
Leo's the lion?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Leo.
Aggressive, real aggressive.
Yeah, I come across a character, Leo.
Alright, Jesse, to close off, the opportunity I'll give it to look into the camera to send a positive message to the youths out there.
Yeah man, you're truly College Boy Jesse here, and to everybody viewing this show, I just let you know to believe in yourself and believe that anything that you want for yourself you can achieve, because all things are possible through Christ. This is my message. We ain't here to preach, but we're just talking reality. Alright, so blessings everybody.
Yeah man. Now to view this full episode, go subscribe to our YouTube channel at TeamViza TV. Follow us on Instagram at TeamViza_TV for the latest update. College Boy Jesse was in the building.
Yeah man. Gosh.
I'm